Today is September 1st, 2023. Exactly 17 years ago today, I opened up my recording studio business. Crazy. And because today is the anniversary of me becoming a business owner, I thought today would be the perfect time to share this topic. When I first opened up my recording studio business back in 2006, I adopted this particular philosophy that worked incredibly well for me long term. Now, implementing this approach didn't work out 100% of the time, but it did work out more often than not. And this mindset opened up many new opportunities for me, and it allowed me to grow as a business owner, a music industry professional, and as a person. This philosophy is: say yes now, figure it out later. It's been said that the biggest risk in life is not taking any risk at all. Now, there's nothing fundamentally wrong with being careful and calculated, but if it prevents you from ever stepping out of your comfort zone, then that can be a problem. Now, I'm not talking about making bad decisions that endanger your life, your health, and your well-being. I'm also not talking about going to a Vegas casino and gambling with your life savings. That's not what I'm talking about here. What I am talking about here is making a difficult decision now to pursue what your heart truly desires and figuring out how to make it happen later as you cross those bridges. I'm talking about quitting your 9-to-5 job to pursue your real passion, starting a business, changing careers, moving to a city you've never visited to accept a great job offer, taking a few months off to travel the world, taking on a project or client that's a little out of your comfort zone or know-how, but you know it's an opportunity for growth, signing up for a marathon, going back to school to get that master's degree, or whatever big scary goal or dream you've been thinking about for some time now. In 2019, I made the decision to close down my commercial recording studio, even though it had done well for quite a number of years. And instead, I wanted to pursue teaching at the college level full time, even if it meant relocating to a different city. I eventually interviewed for a position here in Orlando, and I told them yes, even before I had visited here for the first time, and even before I actually told my wife I interviewed in the first place. I don't recommend doing that, by the way. And there were many risks involved, like us maybe not liking the city, or me not liking the school. But luckily for us, it worked out pretty well because we love it here. Also, at the beginning of 2018, I made up my mind that I would run my very first full marathon sometime that year. Up until that point, I had been doing shorter distances like the 5K, the 10K, the half marathon for a couple of years, but I was in no way ready physically or mentally to tackle the 26.2 mile distance. But I made up my mind that I was going to do it sometime that year, and there was no going back. So I had to get my body ready. I had to get my mind ready. And it took about 6 months to do that. And when race day rolled around, it didn't quite go to plan. In fact, I suffered immensely the second half, but I have no regrets whatsoever making the decision to go for it. Now, when you make that decision, when you say yes, you're going to be scared. You will be nervous, but are those feelings any worse than living your life with regret and untapped potential and missed opportunities? I personally don't think so. And there's no greater feeling in the world than seeing your leap of faith pay off. So say yes to the opportunity now. And if you're not quite sure how to go about doing it, then you can learn how to make it work. Don't let the fear of not having a concrete plan deter you from the opportunity. Now, I've always felt that saying yes is the easy part. And the figuring it out later, well, that's the fun part. That's the adventure right there. The figuring it out later is where the learning happens. That's where you grow and build experience. That's the most valuable part. And don't wait until you're 100% ready. You will be waiting forever if you do that. You will never be 100% ready. You just have to make the decision to go. Also, just a word of caution, whatever your pursuit may be, you may have to do it alone, so just be prepared. Your family and friends may disapprove of your decision, and they may even try to talk you out of it. But once you make up your mind, once you say yes, it's already too late for them. Now, I'm a big believer in trusting your gut. And if your gut is telling you that it's a bad idea, then it very likely is. But if it's telling you to go after it with all your might, there's no stopping you. You just have to trust yourself and go for it. Sure, there's always a chance that you won't succeed long term, or it's way different than what you expected, or you have a really tough experience, or it just doesn't work out for whatever reason. There's never a 100% chance that your pursuit will go according to plan. But there is a 100% chance of no success if you don't try at all. You're guaranteeing that your dream doesn't come true by not going out on that limb. Also, you don't grow without a little adversity. You don't grow without setbacks. I've been told no so many times in my career. I've had many disappointments and failures. I don't even like using the word failures, but they made me who I am today. Now, if your pursuit doesn't work out as you had hoped, you can always take some type of break, a breather, some time off before your next endeavor, and you will bounce back. And when you do come back, you won't be starting over from scratch. You'll be starting from experience. And that experience will be like gold for you. It's priceless. That experience will be full of valuable lessons that you learned during the journey that you can use moving forward. Graveyards are not just full of dead bodies. They're also full of dead dreams, missed opportunities, and untapped potential that never materialized because people put off pursuing their passions until it was too late. Don't take regrets, missed opportunities, and unpursued dreams to your grave. So, if you're dreaming of starting that business, taking that month-long trip on the other side of the world, changing your career, running that marathon, hiking that mountain, or maybe even asking out the person of your dreams, what are you waiting for? Let's go make it happen.